Hi, this is Emily and Steve, and we're people watching movies. We just got done watching The Truman Show. What did you think about it?
It was good. No, it was good. It's one of those. It shows that Jim Carrey is not just your crazy funny guy with the humor and the slapstick and just the funny voices and stuff. It's a good movie. It's well written. It's got a great cast, but it's still mostly Jim Carrey. And he does so well. And again, it's funny. It's serious. It's emotional. I was involved. I was pulled into this character. It does well at you're watching the movie and you're thrown into the universe that it's Truman and it's the show and it's all about him. While doing the flashbacks of how he sort of got to this point, it was well written and it was interesting and I was involved and it was emotional and you want him to succeed and get out of this reality that's
False.
false and that he's just this reality that's right, it's false, and you want him to succeed and get out, and you feel bad for him, and you look at sort of the director, who's this mad scientist, almost god figure in the sky, and just looking down on him, and you know, you can interpret that how you wish, but um, you can have a 10-minute video just by your interpretation of that. Um, but you want him to succeed and get out of there. It's well written. I enjoyed it.
Are you done? Are you? Well, he pretty much said everything. You did feel bad for him. You wanted him to get out. I was definitely rooting for him to divorce his stupid wife the whole time. But, other than that, I mean, it's almost it's like a prison and you want him to escape and get over his fears and eventually leave and
Did you feel that there was an underlying message that um, the Truman Show? It's kind of like. Do you get the message was the man in the sky? Do you think that there was an underlying message there?
a man in the sky meaning
Like a god or something, that this voice from the heavens at the end, and did you get that at all?
I saw that was there. I don't think there was an underlining message. I just felt that it was supposed to be like that was kind of his god in a way because he, like the weather and everything that happened to him was because of
Yeah.
this guy. But I'm not thinking that it's a message for other people in God. I think that was just kind of his own dilemma.
That's interesting. That's an interesting perception of it. Um, yeah. What was something? I was gonna say something else, but um, it almost seemed too like the everyone in the movie who was playing their roles in Truman's life, they weren't just acting, but they were acting. Do you know what I mean? Like it almost seemed to me like they did well that they were acting an acting part. Do you know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain.
I don't know. I think that if I was to spend, the one guy says that he was friends with him since they were 7 years old, and
Yeah.
so if you knew someone for 23 years, don't you think that you'd have more of an emotional connection than just reading lines and
Yeah.
I mean, even if it started out that way, wouldn't you end up liking them in some way and want them to know the truth? I
Yeah.
mean, the wife, you could kind of see at the end, and I mean, she didn't like him, and he didn't like her, so.
Well, that's something you couldn't act. She could not, you know, really pretend to like him. Someone gonna answer
But, the best friend kind of.
that? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I did. There were moments that I did really laugh at, the advertising,
Oh yeah, the advertising was clever.
especially. I don't remember. I can't remember what happened before, even though we just saw it. Where she pulls out that I don't know if it was like.
A slicer, dicer, peeler
No,
thing.
it was after that.
Oh.
It was I don't know if it was coffee.
Oh, it was hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate, yes.
It
And
was
she was just
smoked
she's
cocoa
had
or
it,
something.
and it was there was some funny.
I mean, the whole
Compelling.
movie was clever. Like, it was a clever idea, and it was executed cleverly.
Yes.
But I mean, that's shut up.
Sorry. But no, it's a good idea, and it was executed well. It was compelling. I really enjoyed it, and I've seen the movie a long time ago, and still get the same result, maybe even slightly more. That this involved. I was definitely involved and felt bad, and maybe that something could be said about today's society and reality television, and the idea of life meeting entertainment meeting life again. Like, if it's just with television and reality shows, maybe something can be said, because the movie came out when?
98.
98. Reality television with the Survivors came out, guess around that time.
It was just starting.
So
But even reality television isn't reality, because they know that they're being
it's
watched.
Scripted somewhat.
Well,
Much
even if it's not scripted, they're gonna be on their best. Well, not best behavior, but their most bratty behavior, or just to get attention, because they know at some point they're being watched.
Well, it's almost like the show where it may be scripted scenes, but within that scene, it's almost sort of like it might be slightly authentic, but still it's the scripted, around that. So much can be said about that, but
I mean, at the the show wouldn't have worked the same if he knew that he was being recorded. It would have, if he ever found out. I mean, there would be no point in recording anyways.
Yeah. Maybe this could be where we are headed with the reality television. Maybe in the future we will have a Truman Show-esque kind
that should be illegal in so many ways.
Well, I mean, they did say the corporation literally adopted him to solely make this. Obviously, it wouldn't happen, but
no.
It was a cool concept, and I enjoyed it.
Anyways,
do you think it should be on the IMDb top 250?
I don't know.
Because you look at, there's the Rain Mans and the Philadelphia Stories.
It was better than Toy Story 2. So
the film was interesting. The concept was good. It was well executed. Jim Carrey was great.
It was a good movie. I don't know if it's 250 noteworthy, but I'm not sure if half these movies are 250 noteworthy. So.
I would say So what would you say? Yes or no? I already have my answer. It's in my head.
It should be on this list, but I'm not sure if it should be on an authentic list.
Okay. I think I would say yes, solely on the concept and how it was executed. Like you said, it was well done. It had all the elements of a great film. It had the comedy and emotion. It had, all that. I was involved. It was great. I would say yes, especially on the IMDb list where you have a lot of these things. But when you look at the films before it, the Rain Mans, it had those elements of comedy and emotion, and I would say yes. But some of those films before that may be slightly ahead, but still good.
We have like 60 seconds. Okay. Anatomy of Murder is next up, from 1959.
1959, cool. Alrighty. Alright.
That's it.
We are People Watching Movies. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.